Greetings, listeners. I'm your host and GM for the evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Gear Studios production of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. Apologies for another delayed episode. Amongst all the COVID happenings, the city of Fort McMurray, where we reside, experienced another evacuation emergency with massive flooding of the downtown area. Everyone is safe, and we're waiting to see what happens next. Thank you very much for your patience as we power through the craziness of what the world currently is right now. With that, let's get on with the show. Last we left the crew, time is askew. Jovac is alive, and half the crew are significantly younger. Baby Grek terrorizes the place, and in the escape of the now swarm-occupied Vesk 11, homeworld of currently adolescent Lorell, they picked up a rescue, Lorell's mother.
As we enter the scene, you guys are in the hangar bay of the Meteor. There's the soldier Vesk that you pulled out of Vesk 11 before you flew on out. Baby Greg is currently sitting on her shoulders with a grenade. She's being tackled by accident by Diantha, who is not de-aged whatsoever. Tex is wounded quite badly, but is still semi-conscious on the ground next to all of this, just kind of watching it and staring. Meanwhile, Cliptic, who is de-aged a little bit, and Lorell, who is de-aged quite a bit, are currently standing there, and the entire kerfuffle pauses immediately upon hearing Lorell yell out,
"Mom?"
"Who the hell are you calling Mom?"
Captain Vorman. That's you, right? You're Captain Hanetkin Vorman.
You look up, Diantha, you're tackling her, you look up, and sure enough on her name tag it says Vorman.
I let go.
And who are you?
I look at Cliptic. What year is it?
It's
291.
I'm not born yet. Sorry. I'm gonna be your daughter?
My what now?
Are
During a war, child is not exactly the first thing on my mind. So, and also going to, what are you, Packed Worlds people playing at? Looking at you for the first time now.
You're doing that again.
Cliptic tries to run around. Do you have any weapons on you, Diantha?
I would have my pistol on me, yeah.
Cool. She goes for your pistol. She goes to pull it up, and then she
Try and stop her.
yeah, roll opposed strength checks.
I'm probably gonna lose. Not very strong.
Natural 20. Yeah.
Nope, she
grabs the pistol, points at you, Cliptic, and goes to fire. What's your KAC?
Gosh damn it. It's 11.
Oh, she rolls really badly. Diantha, you do get up and you push her arm out of the way, and the bullet shoots into the ceiling instead.
that's
what do you
the
do?
healer.
Can I try poking my finger in her ear? Because I can't pull on
you
it.
absolutely
She's
can.
a lizard.
You put your finger right in her ear. She goes, "Ah!" And she kind of drops the gun. As her hands both go up like this, she grabs you, Greg, and pulls you off of her shoulder.
Keep holding. I shot with the grenade in her face.
Ah! Drops you.
I pick up baby Greg. You can't have a grenade.
And I put it in my mouth.
No, I take it out of your mouth and put it in my pocket.
You put your hand in his mouth?
Over the grenade. I grab the grenade. You cannot put a grenade in your mouth. You are a baby. I put it in my pocket.
She's not wrong.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I don't know where to start.
Take me back.
No, we're not taking you back.
I mean, is there a back?
There's nowhere for you to go.
There's a fight back there, which means that's where I should be.
You would be dead.
It was a little bit.
Then I will die for the Empire. Now take me back.
You don't always have to die for the Empire, Mom.
Okay. Here's what's going on. This is going to sound crazy, but it's the truth. We are from a different timeline in a different time that is not this one. In our timeline, a treaty was signed between you and the Packed Worlds.
Upon saying that, she gets angry. And you hear Tex
baby.
muttering from the floor, "Yeah, this is going to go well."
Just don't. I'm doing like like the slash across the throat motion. She's like, no, maybe not the pact. Don't say the thing about
Like we would ever sign a treaty with your weak kind.
She doesn't like the pact world.
I don't like the pact worlds either. I'm not from the pact
You
worlds.
don't? You admire these weak, unscaled creatures?
Oh my god, Mom, it doesn't matter.
No child of mine would respect pact worlders.
I don't respect anybody.
What are your brothers?
That's more like it.
What are your brothers' names again?
Goreg and Heg.
Would those names be any significance?
They would not be born yet either.
I know, but
know who these
Family names.
Family names, perhaps.
Cor, are you married? Did you marry Cor yet? When did you guys get married? I don't remember when you guys got married. You told me, but I forgot.
Core is in
Coralarin?
the dock worker?
Yeah. I mean, he gets promoted when I was like 4. So.
I would be caught dead.
You would.
Caught
You
pretty.
really would.
Ew.
Jesus Christ.
No, but. So, okay, so the timelines got all mixed up. I looked down at Tex.
Your text goes, you go, girl.
She's from one timeline. We're from another one. Where I'm actually grown up in that one. But
That seems difficult to believe.
well, the whole thing is difficult to believe. If it was
It
easy to
does
believe,
indeed.
it wouldn't take 4 of us to explain it.
I have one question, and this is
Yeah.
a historical question
Yep.
because I can't quite remember. In 219, like how with the history of Vesk 11, I am assuming they're thinking Sheeran is the swarm. Is that kind of the mentality there?
From what you recall through, like, you guys study basic history. Like, basic history is just a thing that people know in the galaxy. So Vesk 11 is the furthest most outpost of the Prime Pact planets. Vesk, prior to the Pact or prior to the Alliance, and even after the Alliance, don't like anyone that's not Vesk because they believe everyone belongs underneath the Vesk foot.
Okay.
So it's not so much that you're an insect. It's just as much that you're an insect because they have been fighting the swarm for a while. But it's also the fact that you're just not a Vesk. They're very imperialist and racist.
But she seems to have taken her gun and tried to kill me. So is that
well,
just
also her
because
planet just got attacked by a swarm.
Okay, so that's just out of in
Yes.
the context that it is. It's not
Yes.
necessarily okay.
Okay, so in our and I kind of point at Deantha as well timeline, the Veskarian Empire signed a treaty with the Pact that they would both attack the swarm in exchange for the Veskarian Empire expanding in other directions.
Roll diplomacy.
16 in my diplomacy. Oh, 16. Flat. My diplomacy is a 0.
That makes sense.
So that was a long time ago. Well, that was before I was born. And then you married Cor, and you had 3 kids.
I did not marry
and I'm
Cor.
one of them. And then I grew up, and
Turned out to be a brat. Clearly one of my children. Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. Your fault, Ma. So anyway, I hooked up with these guys, and we were hunting pirates and also being pirates, but that was awesome. Then we got caught in this big orrery thing that was making time go loopy, and we ended up here, which is a whole other timeline entirely.
Are you all on spice? Is that what's going on
Do you
here?
know the name Jovac?
I mean, that would be more fun.
No.
Don't know the name Jovac.
That you're just going to now throw names at me. You assume that I'm going to believe names that you throw at me, claims that you are related to me, unbelievable, and claims
wish
of
it was.
timelines and changing of things, and expect me to just be all right with all of it.
Why did we rescue her?
We didn't.
Text rescue.
Texted.
I don't know how bad things can get. Yeah. Over here.
How do you know my mom?
I know that she's your mom. That's about the extent of where I'm going with that one. I'm not sure. Your group here, and then Tex slowly sits up. Your group is the first group to take out Jovak and all of the different attempts that have been made. I'd rather not risk any of you not ever being born.
But can't we just go back to the planet with the spinny thing and go back to before
It's broken.
this happened and stop Jovak from ever attacking Vesk 11 in the first place?
Already there.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. If it's 291 now, that means that planet with the oratory is still there. It's 26 years in the past.
Yeah.
It's still there. We can go there and correct whatever needs to be corrected.
But Kairos kind of exists outside of time, doesn't it? It's destroyed now. We can't go back to it.
Well, it gets destroyed at some point in the future, but it could still be there right now.
Because when we were there, things went sped up to the timeline where it was destroyed, but somewhere when we left, we got knocked into the past. It's still there. I almost guarantee it now.
All right, we need to find it again then.
My head hurts.
But do we need to somehow make sure that all of us are alive in this timeline as well?
I can guarantee you I'm in the same spot where I was found the first time.
I think I'm one? I think I've been born already, but barely.
You're barely.
How old is
I
Diantha?
think 27.
Yeah, so you'd be
you'd
like
be
17. You may have just started in the military at this point.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, no, but we're 26 years in the past, right?
Yeah, you would have just barely been born, I suppose. Yeah, because you guys, your times are different now.
Yeah, so
in this timeline,
in
you're
this
barely
timeline,
born.
I have been born already.
Yeah, technically, Greg has not been born. The only two that would be alive in this timeline right now, to some degree, would be Kliptik and Diantha.
Okay. So we need to find Kairos again then, right? That's our goal?
I would almost think so. If we need to get
Excellent.
those
Sounds like an
things.
excellent plan. After you drop me back home so I can kill all the insects.
I'm sorry, but we're already too far. And I'm gonna leave.
She slowly starts sauntering up to you. And you just turn and walk out as she's walking up to you.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, I already know what your daughter's like. You don't scare me.
Yeah, she should.
Roll a natural 20 on her intimidate check. Just stares at you.
Okay. Is there any way to counteract that?
You could leave the room.
I basically am. I'm gonna turn around and just leave. That's what I'm gonna do.
And of all the Pact Worldians, you even have one of their kind.
Hey, I didn't hire her. Him. Sorry.
Thank
I
you.
didn't hire him.
Oof.
I mean,
I'm thinking Lorell's and Kliptik's relationship is coming to an end.
aww. You can look. You can say what you want. The point is, we have a treaty with the Pact Worlds. The Veskarian Empire is doing just fine.
There will never be a treaty with the Pact Worlds. They shot down our democratic ship.
And we shot them down, and then there was more shooting, and then all kinds of stuff happened. Really, it doesn't matter. People are just people, Ma. You just gotta, take
not
them for
call
who
me
they
mother.
are. I'm not gonna call you honey.
Just looks at you weird. Alright, she goes, it's Hanet Kane or nothing.
Yeah, all right, Captain.
I'll take my rank as well.
All right.
If you refuse to take me to my own world, then take me to another Vesk settlement where I can then get transportation from there. And get this thing off my ankle.
I think I pick up the baby. Greg, you need to stop. Stop. Just stop. Keep your mouth.
babying.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. You need to. I look for something in the room that he could just like teethe on.
Found one of his old gravy rags.
There, I just stick it. There you go. Great.
Awesome.
I guess I just hold baby Greg for now.
Oh, that's gross. Stop doing that, Janessa. It sounds moist.
Captain Hanetkane? Hanet Kane.
The captain.
Look,
Captain Vorman says, well, it's apparent that you're not going to kill me. However, and she takes a pistol
Not
off
everyone
of Tex,
is going
and
to
Tex
kill
goes,
you.
ah! She goes, however, I'm not going to just take your word for anything. I'll stay here until you drop me off at a Vesk-occupied planet. And I'll keep this with me in case any of you are lying to me.
okay.
She goes and sits in the corner.
Have fun with
Yep,
that.
that's what I thought. You're just gonna take your own opinion and not listen to anybody else.
No child of mine, if that's what you are, she stands up tall, she's like 3 feet taller than you, would ever be talking back to me. She stands
Have to.
right over top of
If
you.
you would ever listen to anything anyone else would say, then I wouldn't have to.
The rest of you notice this room's getting very, only you, I guess, Dan, but this room's getting very heated.
Yeah. I'm gonna text. Is there a Vesk location that we could safely drop her off to?
Well, if Vesk 11's toast, then probably not without going further sunward.
And that's not where we want to go. I guess.
Well, I mean, she looks over at both Lorell and Captain Vorman. They're just staring at each other.
Maybe this will be like a fun road trip for them.
Tex looks at you and it's like, what about us though?
Why don't we try and track down do you think Kairos would be at the same coordinates as it was last?
No, we're gonna have to figure out where its current coordinates are. It kind of boops around.
And who would know where that is?
Well, let's go work with Ferrah. We got a couple of amygdaloids. If you bring yours to the little time walnut, you bring that with us. We'll go and we'll see what we can figure out.
Okay.
Maybe we should just leave these two alone.
Yeah. Let's go, Greg.
No, when you looked at it and say, let's go, Greg, you realize that Greg's got, like, one hand resting on something inside your, like, jacket pocket. And his ears are normal size. They're adult size, but the rest of him is still kind of babyish. And he's still sucking on the rag contentedly.
What are you grabbing? My jacket?
There's something that might be in the pocket.
He's got your time walnut.
Drop it. Drop it. Put it down.
He drops it. His ears kind of...
You do feel some aches and pains until he lets go of it.
No, look. We're not sharing. This is mine. I found it.
He drops it.
Fighting with the baby.
He drops it and supposedly falls asleep.
Supposedly. I am not going to be 17 years old. Okay, let's go. Put it in my pocket.
Alright, so where do you guys go?
I guess we go find Ferrah and Kovo.
Guys, Kovo and Ferrah is up in the bridge and they're sitting there scratching their heads. Oh God, why are they children? Well, clearly they didn't find enough of the amygdaloids.
Hey, did you see a rat man on this ship at any point?
Like, since we've been on it?
Yeah.
Nope, no rat man.
We're missing one of our crewmates.
How do you just lose a crewmate? Where's the last time you saw him?
When we were leaving the temple as it was crashing to the ground, we assumed that were him, but...
No, we were only able to find you lot.
Well, he has one of these time walnuts, as
Oh,
we
we
say.
should be fine then.
But he also has 2 other individuals with him, and if you think that I'm a terrible parent, you have no idea what Flinch is capable of.
Alright, well, in that case, I guess whoever he's with is... Wait, no, they're on the planet. We left them on the planet, right?
They're on the planet?
Did you leave them on the planet?
I mean, I guess that's the only...
I mean, if they left the planet, well then yeah, he's a pretty shitty parent. If they stayed on the planet, well, they may have been eaten up by a black hole. Or they're still on the planet.
But the planet was destroyed.
In that timeline, yeah.
So they could have fallen into a different timeline than this one?
No, they're probably just dead.
Okay, well...
I'm really not a time expert here. I just,
I feel like Kovo and Greg would have a lot in common.
Ferrah, insight.
I'm also not a time scientist. I'm kind of just going off of what he's saying. I can try and find where it is now. I just, I couldn't tell you what's happening on it.
Okay, well, let's try and find it, I guess.
I just know that the life forms on the planet have weird things happen to creatures that stay on the planet for way too long.
That's not comforting, but let's try and find it. So you can use these things to find the planet?
Well, let's try our best.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need you to roll a mysticism.
Oh, no. I'm the worst person for that. I have a literal 0 in mysticism.
Yeah, well then, roll a d20.
10. So right in the middle.
Okay. So you spend the better part of this day working with Ferrah and Kovo. Tex helps up a little bit, but they're mostly just wounded all to hell. So you spend a good chunk of the day. You guys are in Drift. You've gone back to Drift. You've left the Vesk system. Or are you leaving the Vesk system? Or are you going to take Captain Borman with you or what?
I guess so, yeah.
That's up to you guys.
Well, Tex is flying the plane. The ship. Or space.
Tex is like, I could take us out of here.
Uh,
Unless you want to go into face more Vesk planets, but they get more and more defensive the further in sunward you go.
we're just gonna let's just stay in Drift for now.
Alright. So in Drift you go, and you spend about a day focusing on trying to find a solution. You get some math done, you narrow it down, but you're not quite completed in your task yet. So it is the end of the day. Lorell, what's going on down in the hangar bay? Did you just stay there the whole time arguing with your mother?
At some point, I would try to leave.
Okay.
Go up and try and see what other people are doing.
So I would say, just for simplicity's sake, you're in the bridge. You go to the bridge, they're all sitting there scratching their heads.
How's it going?
She makes me so mad. She just doesn't get it. She didn't understand that, like, just because someone doesn't happen to be Vesk doesn't mean they're not cool. Like, she just thinks that everybody has to do exactly what she wants to do, and everybody has to just be part of this grand plan. Like, it's just, like, I don't know, you want to be a soldier and just do what people tell you to do all day.
Oh, sounds like she's a controlling parent.
And she's mean.
You're learning so much about Lorell.
So do you normally have a better relationship with your mother?
No?
So this is about normal then?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I'm honestly not entirely sure how to help you.
I'm gonna go and make her a cup of tea.
The Cliptic comes back with a little cup of tea.
Thanks, Clippy. I'm sorry she was so mean to you.
It's not the first time I've been met with some prejudice. It's okay.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't have any advice for you. I don't know how to deal with mothers any better than you would, so...
Just think, though, that she looks like your mother, but it's not your mother. Remember of the other world, right?
Your other mother.
The other mother. I want to sew buttons into your eyes.
Oh, no. That's not creepy at all.
I was gonna say other mother. That makes it worse.
So I guess
Worse
maybe
or
the best thing
better?
we can do is just
Find this other planet.
and try to get back to our timeline.
Yup.
I don't know.
Yup.
If she's still on the ship when we do that,
Do we have an escape pod we could just throw her in?
no, you can't do that.
No.
We'll have to drop her off somewhere at some point.
But would she just revert into our timeline's version of her?
No, your timeline version is still in our timeline. This is a different timeline.
Well, we can probably drop her off before we get to Kairos. It's a good point. She should probably stay in this world.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just was making sure she didn't die.
I do
because
kind of appreciate that. I like the idea of me
existing.
existing in this timeline. But
But the thing is, though, is that will she exist at this timeline? Because she's already made it clear she doesn't want to get married or have kids.
It kind of seems to me like it was a prevailing thought before we picked her up.
Well,
I mean, like, she didn't when she was a soldier, because that was what she was all about. She was always going to be a soldier, and then the treaty came in, and they're on this colony planet. And everybody on the colony planet has, like, you're constantly being told you need to have a family to build up the colony and, like, you know, contribute to the greater Vesk empire, and I don't know, be this good citizen of the planet. So she was always gonna get married and have kids. I guess, and she didn't really settle down. She kept being a soldier, and she kept up on the home guard for years and years and years. So it's just not while they're shooting swarm, I guess.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that right now. I guess our best bet is to keep trying to find Kairos, and along the way somewhere we can leave her.
Yeah.
I mean, we should definitely give her a bigger gun if we're gonna do that.
Do we have bigger guns? I think.
Well, you can't just leave her on her own.
We have yours.
Oh, I like that gun.
We'll drop her off at a market or something. She'll be fine.
Well, I mean, if we do have to just leave her somewhere, she can have my gun.
Well, that's very noble of you. But let's continue trying to figure out a solution to the current problem.
Which is finding where this planet is, where the oratory is. So, any breaks on that? Do we know where it would be?
Well, we're starting to get closer, but...
Aha! Ferrah points to the map. She's like, it's probably not where it is, but I think we can find something here if we go here. And as soon as she points there, Kovo goes up and goes, "Why do you want to go do it? It will be fine, but it will be fine. They've got to go there at some point anyway. Otherwise, what's the point?"
What's going on?
Where are we going?
We're gonna be going to visit an old friend.
When you say old friend, is that the same thing when you said old friend about saving like someone's parent and that they've been an absolute dick?
Can I look at the coordinates and see where they are? And see if I recognize the coordinates?
Roll a culture check.
That's pretty good. 21.
It's definitely not in the equidistant area. Like there's a potential ring of locations that Kalos could be. It's nowhere in there. It's beyond that.
Okay. But it's not anywhere like familiar.
It's not an explored space.
Not an explored space. Okay. What would be there that we would need?
Well, I know that the people that are there would know where Kalos is in this timeline.
All right. If that's where we need to go, that's where we need to go.
Wait, I feel like there's some more information. Who are these people?
Maybe just one person.
And who is that?
Would they be alive yet? Well, that's a really complicated question. 2, maybe 3. Really depends on the timeline. One of them lives in a little weird vapid space. But definitely Sol and Luna would be there.
Are those names I recognize?
No, you've never heard of these two.
Well, how trustworthy are they?
Well, Sol and Luna, they're the ones that kind of put us on this mission in the first place. Yeah, and they're eventually going to be putting you on this mission at some point, too, although that's kind of a little weird. You actually accomplished your mission before you knew about it, so... Yeah, they should probably still meet them. And
like meeting
if Kala is alive, she'll know where Kairos is.
Well, they sound interesting. What can we lose, really, at this point? What can we lose?
I don't know. Let's go.
Just don't be terrified.
By
What?
Them.
What does that mean?
Well, you'll find out in a moment. Let's jump out of drift now. All of a sudden, out of drift.
This is a lot of dip on one ship we've been dealing with here.
A
I'm stealing that.
That's way too.
All of
dip on one
Greg's
chip.
chips have too much dip from now
A
on.
dip on one chip we've been dealing with these last.
There's a lot of dip on this chip. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. I like it. I like
Oh
it.
boy.
A lot of dip on this chip.
I can't take credit for that. I've heard that from other people, but
I like it though.
I'll take
it's
it.
very good.
That and dirty 20. All right. So you drop out,
Both
and
things are stole.
there is a large exoplanet in this solar system. There is a sun very far away. This planet is massive. Whoever wants to can make a computer's check to scan it.
Oh, I'll make an attempt.
Baby Greg is awake and looks so annoyed that he doesn't know how to talk yet.
This is a computer's check.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh. 7.
It's a big planet.
Yeah.
Damn, that's big.
Damn.
I'm gonna scan it.
What I will tell you, the one thing that you will notice is, and this is just, you don't need sensors to know this, it's huge. Gravity will be a problem for you. Like all of you. All your movement will be halved,
Oh my god.
and all your dexterity checks is also cut in half.
Is
Baby
there?
Greg's gonna have a problem. He's basically mostly still cartilage.
Oh.
He's gonna be a little baby meat sack. Just put him into a ball with a rubber band and put him in your backpack or something.
Well, he's not gonna like turn to a puddle, but
No,
you know he's not gonna be happy.
You're
being
gonna be
out.
really lethargic, essentially. That's kind of what it's gonna be.
Like,
You may actually be able to catch up with the baby. It now moves at normal speed.
Yeah, basically.
But you don't.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going. This is going to be interesting.
What did you scan?
Well, it's a very big planet,
It is a very big planet.
and gravity might be an issue.
Who are we gonna go see?
Luna and
Luna, Sol, and hopefully Kala.
and Kala.
Well, it's a big planet. Do you know where they are?
Yeah. Find the cave, find the tallest mountain, and that's in sight of the sun.
The tallest mountain that's inside of the sun.
Okay, this is a very big planet. Where's the tallest mountain?
There's a lot of
inside the
mountains.
So
sun?
Kala,
planet.
Ferrah pushes you off to the side and does a computer's check. Rolls a natural 1.
Can Baby Greg do one?
Yes.
10.
Baby Greg pushes a button, then points out. Bah.
Good job, Greg. Give him like some garbage or something from the pocket.
He just opens his mouth and he throw it in there, and he doesn't even close it, but you do see that he has swallowed it.
I picture it's like a baby bird when they open their mouths. And they
Yeah.
just are all mouth.
Except there's a whole bunch of pointy teeth in there.
Yeah. A very
Ferrah's
scary baby
like,
bird.
I'm not feeding that thing.
It's not that bad.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no context for what a regular baby looks like,
All right.
so this is just like all babies are like this. This must be what all babies are like.
So, Tex takes the ship in, and you go down below the atmosphere. The way that the light hits whatever chemicals compositions in the clouds here just creates the weirdest of colors. Where on our sky we've got blue and that fades into white with clouds. It's purples that fades into greens. Just strange colors. And as you get below the cloud line itself, most of the land masses on this planet are floating. They don't seem to be either floating. They're either free floating or they're on massive spires that have stuck up and then are form around from there. Edges of massive planet or massive land masses that have extended out past where the gravity will allow them have just begun to crumble. So there's bits of raining debris and physical raining rocks, almost as if maybe the clouds are made of stone. So you, below a lot of this massive cloud-like rock masses, you see just an infinite abyss below you that just goes down into blackness. So as you guys are flying around all these different mountains and going around, you do kind of feel your stomach's going. It's pretty heavy here. the entire time, Greg's just pointing his little finger out. And then Ferrah goes, huh, no kidding. That's it right there. And right ahead, there's a mountain. One of the several cloud-like islands where the spire of it has gone up higher than all the others. And right above the spire is the sun, and right above it, the moon to this planet. And they create one straight line down the spire and towards the planet itself. So, you find yourselves a nice landing spot on this island itself, and sure enough, there are several massive cave openings. And I'm talking you could straight fly this ship into the cave if you wanted to, and still have enough space to maneuver at full speeds. The caves themselves are enormous, but Tex does not go in, lands outside at the mouth of the entrance.
Why don't we just fly in?
Would you like people just walking into your house unannounced?
Is it her house?
Well, when you meet them, yeah.
Live in a cave? Cool.
Baby Greg's nodding in appreciation. That's
fair.
The cave house.
All right. You're all going to need to leave your weapons behind.
Someone will let me have a weapon anyways. I very clearly have the gun in my pocket.
Do I see the gun in her pocket?
Yes, very clearly.
I'm gonna go up and just take the gun.
Hey!
Okay?
No
guns.
weapons. And I'm gonna put it on a really tall shelf.
Ah!
I'll take
We'll
off my...
stay here and we'll watch Mama Lorell. We've already had our interview, so to speak, with Luna and Sol. So you're going to go on in, and you yourselves are going to talk to them about what's going on. And we wish you good luck.
Great.
Hey, Clifton, can I be your backpack?
I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna be like, hell no.
Is Baby Greg staying behind? Because technically,
No, I have.
he,
I have.
he
baby
is
Greg.
like a little grenade.
I have baby Greg.
That's fair. It's a poop grenade. That's fine.
Don't.
Gross.
I hold him up. Don't throw poop at these people. Not allowed.
Can you understand?
Yeah.
I think so. Do you hear me? Don't throw poop. Blink twice if you understand.
One eye gets bigger.
I take some. I take some duct tape, and I'm like, you'll be used to this soon. And I'll just duct tape the diaper on him so it can't get off.
Oh, that's terrible.
There,
That's
let's go.
terrifying.
You basically
proposition.
made a goblin bomb.
You know what a pipe bomb is?
I don't know any better.
It's fair.
Let's
All right.
go. I
So
carry Greg.
the door opens up. You expect some kind of nauseous fumes to come on in. Whatever's creating this discoloring in the planet should come on in. But it seems as if there's some kind of a shimmer around the island itself, and you can breathe just fine in here.
Okay. But we're all moving kind of slowly.
Yeah, the gravity, regardless, is taking hold on you.
So what are we expecting to meet?
Something that they think we'll be scared of.
Yeah. I mean, they're called Luna and Sol, right? That's
Well, that's the name.
What I know
for the sun and the moon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Culturally, what do we know that that's the sun and moon?
No.
No.
There's nothing culturally in the pack worlds that denotes what
Okay,
Soul and Luna are.
Oh, okay. Fine, you're
That's
being
an Earth-
creative with names.
that's an Earth thing.
That's a this
Fine.
world thing, not a that world thing.
I have no idea what to expect at all.
And I'm just gonna go.
Hello?
Hello.
Let's go
Is there someone there?
Let's
I should
go-
just keep yelling things so he has to be the echo.
Let's go in, slowpokes.
Let's go.
So you all start stepping in.
Yep.
Greg poops. So you go on in. As you
I try to
continue
change
walking
the diaper as we walk. I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
And duct tape is stretched to capacity.
I'm like, trying with
You know what? Because I like the Mandalorian, I'll say you have like a little hover table you can bring with you.
Okay, great.
That Greg can kind of ride.
Technically, baby Greg can walk. I mean, he wobbled his way out of.
We don't trust
This is
baby
true.
Greg to not veer from
Yeah.
the path.
Cliptic, help me. You take one leg, I'll take the other, and we'll try and figure this out. I'm trying to change the diaper.
And I'm gonna be like every parent out there who has a really, really poor gag for you, like,
Who thought this was a good idea? All right, me.
Do I roll for diaper change?
No, I think it's funny.
Listen, technically, this is the GM's fault.
It's not even technically. This is 100% the DM's fault.
Okay,
I did
let's
this.
say at some point we successfully managed to change the diaper.
Yeah.
You managed to change the diaper. I would hazard to use the word successful.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna recover from all of my abs cinching. I'm hoping I'm gonna get a 6-pack at the end of this thing.
Take 4 strain.
I promise there won't be any
Force stamina
projectile
damage.
poop while you guys are doing that. Not
what?
this time. Projectile poop. That's a thing. That's a baby thing.
It's like he produces gravy. It's gross.
Projectiles.
Poop projectiles.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys are fighting with this. As you get further along in the cave, there are. You can still see the light of the cave behind you, but this cave begins to go down. Like, this island is huge. I'm not sure if I can really.
Like
It's the size of Canada.
Continent-sized. Like, massive. So as you continue walking this cave, this has been hours. You can still see the whole of the entrance behind you, but you're starting to. But you notice that you're not losing vision in the cave.
Like it's still
In
saying.
fact, as you get deeper into the cave, there are pricks of light that begin to be visible up on the ceiling. There's at least a long string of them that go down towards the continuing further down the cave, and a series of, it's almost like artificial stars inside the cave itself.
This is actually quite tranquil.
And further on down, you do see what looks like a flickering of a flame past the edge of something, about 1 kilometer away.
Well, we're almost there.
Are we there yet?
Almost. We're getting there.
There is something ahead. I think I see a fire.
I'm not sure. We need to get closer.
Let's proceed with caution, though. I don't know what we're expecting.
We have no weapons, so even if there is something, we can't do anything about it.
Can I pick up a rock?
I
Sure.
think we've been advised to leave weapons out.
I'm gonna just pick up a rock, but I'm not gonna throw it as a weapon. I just want to throw it ahead to see if anything reacts.
Rock rolls ahead.
That doesn't really tell me anything.
All right, let's keep going.
I know rocks can roll.
Rock and roll, man.
Oh, rocks and roll.
You guys are terrible. All right, so it's another like 30 minutes of walking. This is a long cave. It's to the point now where you've also been going down further into the continent itself. You can no longer see the entrance to the cave behind you.
Okay.
The cave hasn't gotten any smaller. It's just you're further down. You approach what is clearly a cliff's edge, and the fire looks to have gotten, or the flickering of the light seems to have gotten bigger. It's almost like there's probably some kind of a massive flame on the other side of this cave, or on the other side of this cliff. And as you approach the edge where like precipice is out, the flame kind of naturally comes on up over the edge of the cliff, and you see this active, almost like torch of flame that is now in front of you that moved itself up into your line of sight.
What is that?
What is this?
Hello?
Upon saying hello, when you hear things that are massive moving, it's unmistakable. And it's like there are stones that creak and break and shift, like actual bits of the island itself begin to shatter as the flame goes down into the crevice, and the brightness from whatever flames are within this hole get brighter and brighter. And then this massive tendril comes on up, and it seems to be where the light is actually emanating from.
Okay.
And as it goes on through the end of it, looks like a massive flame with licks of solar tendrils rotating off of it. Kind of like when you see lips of solar energy flipping off of a sun. That's happening all along the edge of this tail. The cave now radiates crazy amounts of heat as you're now at this edge. Do you proceed or do you stop in your tracks?
Oh, stop.
We're at the edge of a cliff, aren't we?
You're not quite at the edge of the cliff. You're just you can see the edge of the cliff, but you're not quite at the edge yet.
I think we should keep going.
I think we should stop.
Keep going. We win. Let's go.
Greg, vote.
Baby Greg, sleep. Walking here was boring AF.
That's fair.
I'll lead the way.
But I'm taking up the rear.
Okay, I'll go first.
And I guess I'm in the middle.
Technically, I'm also first then, I guess.
I guess Greg's
so.
leading the charge. All right. The tendril then goes back down into the cave itself, and you see what appears, and then all you see is just the light glowing from the cave. There's a series of voices that emanate throughout the chamber like echoes, but they're all in languages none of you understand, as if it's cycling through different tongues until finally it lands on one that each of you understands. Cryptic, you hear the voice in your mind. The rest of you hear the voices in your ears. Welcome.
Whoa.
Hello. Are you Sol or Luna?
And with that, you see a massive claw kind of reach up and grab the edges of the cave. When I say massive, I mean this claw could probably grab the meteor and several other ships in its palm and then crush them if it wanted to.
Okay.
Godzilla.
Larger.
Okay.
King Kong?
Larger.
Like,
If it were to...
We're in
if-
space.
Yeah, if you were
Yeah,
to
we live in
land
space.
this dragon on a planet, you'd have some issues.
Yeah, okay.
And then as it pulls itself up, this large reptilian head peers itself up over so that only its eye is visible to you guys over the cliff's edge. And you see more of that solar wisping energy actually coming off of its scales, underneath its scales, out, and then underneath the next scale as it like kind of flows around its body.
Whoa.
I am Soul.
it's...
What is your need of my sister and I? And as it says sister, you weren't really noticing it, but when you look up, the pinpricks of light
my God.
have been moving and following you. And all of a sudden, two more pricks of light right behind the one you're looking at, which is this massive solar eye, open up, and its head peels off of the ceiling of the rock, and now more of its body glows in this mystical blue star-like energy, and now it's staring at you.
We have come...
Greg's awake.
Yeah. We have come... We're looking for a star system, a planet.
We ask for your help.
Whoa.
The planet we're looking for is called Kairos. Do you know of it?
Our sister's home. He always likes to cause trouble, even if she doesn't mean to.
Yes. Well, we are from a different timeline, and we would like to return to the one we belong to.
Is that what I smell, sister? Alternate timelines. How delicious. As Luna then starts crawling across the ceiling, getting awfully close to you, being that she may actually not be that close. It's just the scale is quite immense. Every time she moves, just massive quakes.
Is that something you can help us with?
Us? Timelines. No, this is our sister's area of expertise. But we can help you help her.
Help her?
And the dragon's the head leans back, and now it is very obvious a massive dragon, some kind of solar-based dragon that you have never seen or read about before. And it now stands up to its fullest height. The cave must continue for hundreds of kilometers behind this cliff's edge, as when Sol stands at its full height and its head seemingly does not come into contact with Luna, and there's also no illumination on any wall behind it. This dragon is where all of the light in this place is coming from. And it, when it stands at its fullest height, it then just looks on down. This is colossal on a starship scale.
Okay.
Each of these dragons.
Where could we find your sister? Is she here?
Or Kairos. We could find Kairos instead. That works too.
She's been at war with one of our brothers for a very long time.
Can we ask who this brother is?
You guys are whispering in front of these two? You guys are whispering in front of these two dragons? As you guys are whispering, whatever you're saying, they can hear in full.
Oh,
okay. Well, I was saying, is it the two dragons that we saw before fighting one another?
What color is your sister?
Kala.
Yeah.
Is she purple?
She takes a more greenish hue.
There was a green dragon on the
one, right?
fighting with the
Yeah,
purple
but
one.
the purple one. That's right.
There is Yarig and Shotak.
Sorry, Votak. It's Votak.
Which one's she?
Votak.
It kind of looks up and thinks for a moment.
Votak takes on a more dark vision. You may have seen her in your life venturing the stars. You may not have.
Okay. How do we help her? How many of you are there?
Yeah, no kidding.
How many dragons are there?
There's only 5. Only ever and will be 5. Oh, that answer kind of changes periodically, very, very often.
You kind of hear now Luna's voice is earring behind you. You can no longer see the cave behind you. It seems that something about Luna's positioning has now blocked your exit out, and Luna's now behind you, staring down, almost like it's staring at prey, as if it might pounce at any second.
So there's the two of you, Votak, Yarig, and Kala,
Yes.
and we need Kala's help to find her planet.
She needs your help.
What would she need our help for? We are...
Is this to defeat the other 2 dragons?
And Sol stands up at an even higher, at a greater height, and then puffs their chest out a little bit, and it almost as if like a part of the planet is shifting and answering in response as this stone pillar comes on out, and it now meets at the front of the edge of the cliff, and it drops there. And in there's some kind of a semicircular basin with a rather large, but you could carry it together, large, glowing, translucent green chromatic egg, or chronometric egg.
So she hasn't been born yet.
Yes. And no.
At least in this timeline, she hasn't been born yet.
She doesn't live in any timelines. She dies and is reborn at all times.
How do we hatch the egg?
Take it home to Kairos.
Where is Kairos?
Luna kind of starts snickering a little bit behind you.
Check your ship.
Check our ship.
What do we do with the egg when we get there?
Kala will take it from there.
So Kala will help hatch herself?
You know what?
It's not the weirdest thing that's happened so far.
Okay.
It's not.
You know, This is why I love and I hate magic.
Magic's crazy, man.
How big is the egg?
The egg at this point is like a large size.
Okay.
Like
So
it's
it would be
about
like-
8 feet tall.
Holy crap, that's a heavy egg.
It's a big egg.
Let's put some magic on this. Make it like baby Greg size.
I could only carry. My thing is only 10 pounds. I'm thinking that's more than 10 pounds.
My overburden.
How
is
do we
one.
carry this out of here?
You see as Saul's hand comes on up and these massive claws coming towards you, and between its central finger claw and its thumb claw, it very lightly touches the egg and then lifts it and it puts right above you and it lets go.
Oh! I have a baby with me, so I try to like shield Greg from the egg.
I just duck and cover my head.
Aw, who's the shield now?
You wait for it to fall and it doesn't.
Oh.
Okay.
You look up, it's just floating above you.
I take a couple of steps backwards.
How high above us is it?
Like right above your heads.
I poke it.
I'm going
It
to
begins
put.
to float a little bit upwards.
I'm gonna I'll put my hand on it,
Mhm.
and I'm going to gently push it to see if it will actually easily.
It does.
Oh. And I'm just gonna be like, well, that's convenient.
Well, I mean, technically,
Don't trust everything you assume.
But I mean, how much does magic weigh, really?
You're a baby.
Yeah, Janessa, you're not allowed to have opinions.
Baby Greg's back to looking like he's mad that he can't talk.
Oh.
Hey, what's your sister fighting about?
Or going to fight, I guess.
We're going.
Or have already fought.
Have been fighting from ever until ever.
Why?
Our brothers like to have fun with the cosmos. Their purpose in life is to destroy, while ours is to create. Kala sits in the middle, indifferent, but also caring of there needing to be something to exist. Whatever our siblings destroy, we will make anew. Kala wishes to maintain what is.
Okay. That's about my brain capacity for the day. We will take the egg to
Mine too.
Kairos. Thank you for your help.
We look forward to seeing you for the first time again.
Okay.
Luna kind of goes.
I guess we just start walking back.
Luna moves off to the side and lets the cave open up.
Okay. That is beyond my pay grade. I start pushing the egg.
Yeah, we're just gonna push it towards the ship.
As they're pushing it, I'm like jumping up to tap it.
Lorell, stop it.
It's fun.
Stop
I hold
it.
Greg up so he can push
This
the
is
egg.
a cosmic dragon. Stop it.
It's fine.
Yeah, I hold Greg up so Greg can push it.
Don't touch the cosmic dragon.
Actually, I have a plan. Cause when she hits it, right, it wants to go up. Greg, can you climb on top of it and be a counterweight?
You're like a 2-pound counterweight. Sure.
Hey, it's better that than nothing.
You could do that, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, let's go.
So it takes you good long. It feels like it takes you less time to get out of the cave than it took you to get into the cave.
Time.
As soon as you turn around and start walking out, within a few minutes, you're back outside of the cave again.
I hate this stupid time, whatever fucking thing. It's awful.
Yeah, this is a weird road trip.
You look funny when you're mad.
Who does?
You do.
Well,
Aww.
fine.
And then I'm just gonna keep going.
As you approach the ship, you see Ferrah and Kovo up there, just giving you guys the thumbs up. They're like,
What is this about?
I give him the thumbs up back.
No,
Yeah!
I didn't sign up to take care of a cosmic god egg.
Ah! They just kind of usher you in. They're in the cockpit. They're just looking down through the bridge. They open up the cargo bay.
I mean,
What?
the egg
You
back.
know, they think that we're weird. I have a high opinion that they're weird.
everything here is weird.
This
I don't
is.
know.
It's all pretty weird.
I want to be back in my body. I want to be useful again.
And baby Greg's just looking at you like it's trying to force thought into your head.
You know the angry face that Baby Yoda has?
Yeah.
Looks a lot like that.
Okay. Yeah, but less cute.
But less cute.
Yeah.
A lot more pointed teeth.
Someone showed me a picture of their baby recently, and this kid has like the best scowl on their face. And they're only 2 weeks old. I'm like, yeah.
It's already done.
You
it's
know
already
what life
tired
is
of
like.
this shit.
Yeah.
All right. So do we tie the egg to the ship?
It's
Take it
probably
inside.
big enough to, or small enough to go inside the ship, yeah.
Ah, it'll fit in the ship and it'll just hang out in the ceiling. Ferrah comes down the ladder there. So, okay, let's be honest here. If I told you were going to go and see a solar and moon, if I told you were going to be seeing, if I told you were going to be seeing a lunar and a solar dragon, you probably wouldn't have gone, right?
I'd have gone.
You're crazy though. Yeah. See, baby
Why-
gets it.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, a couple times.
The egg?
How? How have you remained mentally intact?
They haven't.
You just Kovo texts Ferrah all give the thumbs up with like cockeyed grins.
We push the egg into the...
Yeah, bring that on in here. Meanwhile, Captain Vorman's like, what the hell?
See, other people can be cool.
I'm on the same... I don't know what's going on anymore.
I'm gonna start taking, because this thing's floating, right? I'm gonna start taking what would essentially be like zap strap into space and kind of zap strap this thing so that if there's any shifting, it's not gonna
Bungee cord.
You see
anywhere.
Farah and Kovo walking past, and they
Strap
kind of
it
like
down.
nonchalant. You'd be like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And they walk on past, and they close the door, and they head back upstairs.
This is a god egg. This is a god egg. An egg
You
with-
know, I'm going to go make myself tea. Does anybody else want any?
Yes, please.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. The next episode of Spacers will air Tuesday, April 12th. Until then, Tuesday, May 5th is the next episode of The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast, GM'd by Derek Snow. The game system used today was the Starfighter game system by Paizo. Music, sound effects, and ambient tracks this episode listen to Video Copilot, Triune Films, and Sirenscape. You can follow all of Twisted Gears' podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please like and follow Twisted Gear Studios' Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, Elizabeth Wells, Bailey Yarkey, and I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.